You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one live. You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one live. You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one live. You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one.
Oh, the video. God damn it. Hold on.
Oh, you're up. Okay. See ya.
Yeah. What up? What's going on, Sean? Top of the morning.
Nothing. He's gone.
Oh, he is? Oh. Well. Hello anyway. That was rude. There you go, Tom. My bad. Give you a couple seconds here. Hold on. All right. Good. Shut the fuck up. Let me do it. This is the second fucking show in a row. I fucked off the intro. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the New Watch. We'll take it from here. I'm Jimmy, and with us, as always, Mr. Tony York.
Good morning, guys. Hope you all had a good weekend, or better than mine. Wait a minute, now that ain't fair. My weekend wasn't bad. It was busy. Family, people, so. Not my kids. I love my kids and my grandkids. Tolerate their way. But in-laws and stuff. And that doesn't stretch to son-in-laws per se. Some of them sometimes.
Yeah. I've noticed myself having older kids, well, stepkids. Hold on. Taking my vitamins.
They turn gay, name themselves stupid shit. I do blame you for that.
That ain't the stepkid that did that. That's the stepkid's significant other. Haha.
Well, it had to be partially on the stepkid too.
No, the stepkid is just a fucking idiot that believes what people tell it. Oh, you're a boy on the inside? Okay.
Stepkid's as fucked up for believing it.
Yeah.
Although they probably lit jam out to Atlanta Rhythm Section records.
But
Imaginary lover.
But it's funny though, because it's the wife's fault. The wife used to like fucking encourage like the gay pride parade things and all that shit when it was younger and shit and fucking.
I trust you beat that shit out of her.
Oh, that
fucked it out of her, whichever way it worked.
Fucked. That doesn't happen anymore. Fucked and kind of choked a little bit, sort of, but it's but it don't work. It's no. But that was before my time. But that was when she was younger or whatever, and you know how I talk about kids all the time. You drop some water near a sponge, man. That sponge is gonna pick it up, and so now she's older. But the funny part to me though is that she didn't get brainwashed by the whole organized religion thing and all that shit, but she got brainwashed by the queer thing. That's kind of sad.
Well, organized religion has been under fire for a long time.
Yeah, but we all know though that it's like it, and even if you kind of still have a little bit of faith in organized religion, it's still, it's pretty obvious that they're just there to collect our money.
You think back though, back in the day, being a fag was a bad thing.
Yeah.
And we were all along with the churches burning them.
Yeah. Well, not even, even after that, even like if you get to the, well, I want to say get to the 90s, but then you had like the fucking hillbillies dragging them on the back of their trucks and shit.
That was just in Texas.
Was it Texas? I thought there was another guy that did it too. Like they made a movie about him. It might have been a Texas guy. I don't
The only one I can recall done in Texas.
know. And my bitch was talking. My wife was talking about that shit the other day. Sean said something about it. Um, he said he read a story that more bodies are being found in Lake Mead since it's drying out. My first response was, I bet they discover this old mob dumping ground contains the bodies of only two genders that would. And my wife was like, what happens to one of these motherfuckers if. And her exact words was one of these motherfuckers, mind you, but she plays nice. Like with the in-law and the stepkids and all that shit. Like she plays nice with them. Um, but then with me, she's like, I don't get these motherfuckers. I don't understand. And then if one of these motherfuckers dies, and it's a boy, but he thinks it's a woman, and they get found, they're gonna find that skeleton and pronounce it a man.
A skeleton
Well,
don't show no damn dick.
no. Well, you could tell if a man's skeleton, a man, especially the skull and the pelvis area, kind of gives away that you're a man.
They give a fuck enough to look.
Why wouldn't they? If they're examining these fucking bodies, of course they're gonna look.
So they might be down there scooping that shit up with backhoes and stuff.
Yeah, that is true, but still, though, nonetheless, they could tell. The dead don't care. They might, man. What if they're a ghost? What if you're a
And
transgender ghost?
granted, forensics could tell some stuff about the person based on various conditions, the bones and whatnot, but do you think they're going to be able to tell if they were fucking I feel like a boy today?
I was reading the comments. Gunmetal guy said he felt better after he took a shit. So did I. Holy
Hopefully
shit.
today I'll get to help feel better too.
Somebody hit Sean fucking for $1,400.
What?
Somebody robbed Sean for $1,400 on his PayPal. That's why I don't trust the internets, man.
My lady just had to redo her card too. She won't tell me how much. Got it taken out, taken care of by the bank before I seen it, so I haven't seen what kind of amount she's talking about.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's shitty shit, man. That's why I don't do it. I mean, it makes it a pain in the ass if I ever want to do shit online. Well, I mean, really, I could just tell my wife, hey, you got your little work
If
thing in your bank account. Do this for me.
you go to reputable places like, fuck it, don't matter, Midway or, buying gun stuff, Brownells, you're pretty damn safe. But like when you're looking at Walmart and Amazon and other places that have third-party retailers, you really have to watch what you're doing to not get sold shit by them. You have to actually select you want to fucking come from Amazon.
Right.
And then if there's a problem, Amazon bends over fucking backwards to fix it.
Yeah.
And usually Amazon's really good about it anyway. I mean, I ordered some stuff the other day that as of Friday was a week late. As of Saturday morning, Amazon sent me an email that they were refunding my money into my bank because this package was lost, and if it shows up, Merry Christmas.
I'm a cash customer, baby.
The problem is stuff that I want, I can't go anywhere locally and buy for cash.
I figure that if I want it that bad and I can't go buy it with cash, then God didn't want me to have it. Or I could fucking...
God doesn't want you to have nothing.
No. There's certain things that God lets you have that, kind of...
Let you have, he doesn't want you to have. Did not Jesus tell him to give the thief, his shirt too?
Yeah.
He stole my coat. Well, give him your shirt too.
But that's because you have more than you need.
That's
So
Jesus saying, "Shut up, you whiny bitch."
yeah, you got more than you need. Give your T-shirt away. That's all that was. That wasn't
Do
a
you
fucking. You
continue
can't
to
have
bitch and lose
nothing.
your? Do you continue to bitch and lose your drawer too? You would.
Yeah, I would. I'm like, come on, man. You see me with a duffel bag out here, you motherfucker? Um, yeah, Sean. I would find the motherfucker if he was local to me. If it's in another state, I'm not doing no fucking assassin shit out of state. Fuck that. Come on. What?
I'm reading Potter's comment.
Oh, I can see on the news now a local teenager is being treated for PTSD after a local drew a 454 Kasul and pulled the trigger 4 out of 6 times as punishment for the teen's attempted PayPal fraud. That was on Justified too when he did that. He fucking, I think it was a 357 though, maybe a 38, but no, it was a 357 where that fucking the big fat bald guy came into town and then
And the
he made him play Russian roulette and then the gun was empty, but the guy was mad, so he shot at the guy anyway. Then he took the gun and he just started, and then the last one went off.
the next weekday on the Today Show would be a mass shooting in Texas
Yeah.
with an assault casoul.
Oh yeah, one of those big bore fucking ghost revolvers, or something
Yeah,
like that.
fully semi-auto.
Those rounds can take down an elephant. A revolver with enough power to evaporate an elephant. Why do we need that?
Have you seen much about the stuff that's going down in Canada?
Oh God.
Anti-gun stuff, I mean.
Nah, but I'm sure you're gonna tell me.
Well, I'm not going to tell you much because I won't remember much because I don't give a fuck. But they're doing a fucking moratorium on being able to buy one, a handgun.
A what? What's a
They're stopping
moratorium?
them. You can't buy none no more.
Does that mean that they're? Oh, so that's just a fancy way of killing, saying killing it, or you can't do it anymore?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm just woke
they're
up, Tony.
the people. The people that have them are going to be allowed to have them, but can't get no more. I don't know when that's taking place, but I'll bet handgun sales right now are at fucking record level in Canada.
Damn, where is Bob when we need him, huh? Just for a quick segment.
God, Bob is never fucking around when you need him.
Yeah, that would have been a good question to ask. What are you gonna do, Bob? Probably say, "Oh, I'm coming to America eventually," and
Well, I don't think they did it like they did the whole quote unquote assault weapons thing where they did the buyback. Say that should term, but uh, that's like the saying the IRS buys back your wages. Hey, now they're fucking stealing.
yeah, that's theft.
Uh, but I was listening to a CP video talking about that. He was interviewing the Canada
Wait, what's a CP?
Canadian prepper. You used that fucking term Friday.
I did not say CP. I don't know who the fuck. I don't know him well enough to call him CP, but I don't. I'm sorry, man. CP means something else.
Canadian Pacific.
Child pornography. You never heard that word before?
I've always heard it as KP, kitty porn.
Oh, no, I've heard it CP. Cheese pizza. Cheese pizza means child porn because it has the same initials, the C and the P. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to help you and educate you. That's all.
I assume you figured that Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds was referencing LSD.
I've heard rumor. I've heard rumor.
But have you spread that rumor?
No, absolutely
Because
not.
according to Lennon, he had no such thing to do with it. He had at the same time said, used acid.
Well, yeah, they were high. He was probably high when he said it didn't have anything to do with being high. I mean,
He showed the picture his kid drew that showed Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. That's where it came from. And
Genius.
he never had any problem with admitting that other songs were about whatever drugs he was smoking or snorting or taking at the time.
Genius or not, they were all junkies. Let's just put that into perspective right now. So even if he did see his daughter's painting with a Lucy and it was in the sky with a
I should
diamond,
let that go because he didn't have any daughters. He had two sons.
whatever.
You're going to fucking dishonestly fucking throw the man under the bus. At least get the gender of his children right.
You're the one that said daughter. I don't give a fuck about his daughter or any one of his
I said
bitch ass
kid.
sons. Fuck both of the Lennon boys.
I don't give a shit about the boys either.
I hope they read Catcher in the Rye and fucking hang themselves. Ain't that was the book, right? The one that the guy that killed Lennon was reading. I almost said
I
listening
don't
to.
know. You know,
What
at the
what
time
book
Lennon
did the
died,
guy that killed John Lennon have?
I was no fan.
The Catcher in the Rye. No, that was his Yoko Ono days, wasn't it?
He was with Yoko at the time.
The Yoko Ono band, though, I'm talking about. Like, wasn't that like where
No, he was actually doing John Lennon solo stuff.
oh, so
I
that
think
was
they shared
after
that
him and
album.
her made an album?
I think they were both on this album, but it was still titled just him.
Oh. Oh, I like a rainbows and I like a kitten. That's probably
I'm
what it
not
is.
sure. I have the album, but I've never really played it through because I have it on MP3.
My favorite hobby is a breaking up a rock and roll band.
Yeah, well, I think it
I,
was less her being involved than Lennon's heroin use
yeah, junkies.
and Paul McCartney thinking, "I'm God here now. You guys do what I want."
Well, that was because after he died in that fucking car accident, his double tried to take over like he was the king.
However that goes down, that was largely responsible for the guys saying, "Fuck it, we're done."
Yeah.
George Harrison's like, "Man, I got 30 fucking songs in the can that are better than anything you guys are putting out right now. I'm gonna go on my own."
Ringo's eating a hot pastrami sandwich or something like that.
Ringo's like, well, "I'll figure something out."
Or play the drums. Everybody needs the drums.
I've actually watched a few interviews from Ringo here recently.
Yeah.
I mean, he is fucking stupid ass rich right
Yeah. Of
now. But,
course.
you know, a part of when they come out of the Beatles, they were like broke. Him and Harrison both. Because they wrote like 2 songs in those 8 years where um, Lennon and McCartney did most of the rest. And when they changed their contract after fucking what's his face died, uh,
Paul
they
McCartney.
weren't doing no, they weren't doing the everybody gets the same amount anymore, actually. Yeah, Muscles, Gunmetal Guy. I did tell Gunmetal Guy he could come on the show sometime. Shit squared away.
Yeah, what up, Gunny? What up? Okay, you know, only
That
thing
don't mean I was being honest about it. I just said it.
Okay, says you're just the only thing on besides Tony is cool. Get out. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Leave. What up, Muscles? What's up, Gunny? What's up, fucking Shawnee? What's up, that's it, Scotty? What's
Listen to
up,
this
Sammy?
fucker running with my idea.
Yeah. Well, actually, ran with your idea. I'm done now. I'm done, I'm done
Morning,
now.
guys. And fuck you, Jimmy.
Yeah.
So what are we going to talk about today?
I thought we were gonna hit the just keep it going with the Beatles here.
You're too goddamn uneducated about the Beatles to have much of a conversation.
Well, then that I feel like that means that I'm the perfect choice to play Yoko Ono.
Goddamn, now there you go. I have to agree with that.
Your music are trash. You should be making your own music with just a guitar. Guitar? Have you ever listened to people that just have like a one man band guitar player?
Yes.
I understand that may be you or something like that, but the ones that I've witnessed, it's boring. It's the boringest shit ever.
It depends. Sometimes, like going back to the Beatles, if you listen to some of the first takes of stuff they did where it was just the person who wrote the song recording it on tape so they can work it out, some of those are fucking awesome.
Guitar and drum are okay. I'll take that.
Uh, oh, you want the guy playing guitar to have a big bass drum on his back too? I see.
No, just the fucking people that just play guitar. They just sit there and play guitar. They'll go
You just
through a
said guitar.
melody. They'll have a melody. They'll have a chorus. They'll have a solo. And then they fucking some of them even just do straight just pentatonic solos. And I don't know. It's just the boringest shit ever. Put a drum in there.
Now, as far as trying to do lead guitar stuff, no, I don't care.
With no backtrack. It's just like, okay, now you're done with the melody, you're done with the chorus, and now you're going into a fucking pentatonic solo. Like, chill out.
But I mean, actually, like taking a song and playing it.
Oh.
Uh,
Everybody does that in their basement or wherever the fuck. Ain't it?
Much.
I'm talking about.
Oftentimes, that's how freaking songs are written.
Yeah, I'm talking about going live with it in front of an audience.
There's not a shitload of guitar players that can pull that kind of shit off very well.
No, like I said, I haven't seen one that isn't boring as shit.
I mean, even as good a guitar player as Van Halen used to be, his noodling around would get boring pretty quick. A guy like Joe Satriani or Steve Vai, they can make it interesting for a while.
It's definitely not an hour show though. Like you go up there for a good 15, 20 minutes and then bow out.
Yeah, I'd say 10, 15 minutes is about all that I hear. But they are able to include a fairly decent rhythm type of deal with their guitar and a vocal quality.
Mm.
So it is more like a song than people who are just fucking jerking off to pentatonic.
Yeah.
Uh,
I just feel like that's lazy solo work though. I mean, I'm not a good guitar player myself or anything like that, but fucking I don't know. It seems lazy to me.
well, the one lesson that I got that stuck with me the most actually came from B.B. King.
Yeah.
And he said it to Eric Clapton. He said one of the hardest things to learn on guitar is what not to play.
What do you mean?
Well, when you're learning, you tend to want to play way too fucking much.
Oh,
You know, but if you listen to BB King, his solos are not much.
mm-mm.
I mean, as far as number of notes, but that fucker could make a note sound 10 different fucking ways.
Yeah. Well, he does a lot of bending and a lot of fucking, but I like it. I like it. I like it for its simplicity. But
It's He was one that was super good about milking everything out of a fucking note. But yeah, I don't care. But I've heard lots of guys fucking start at 10 and try to go to 10.1, the limit of their skill.
yeah. But this one goes up to 11. No Spinal Tap? No.
Well, he was a good one for wanking off with the guitar too. And when I was early on into playing it, I would do that shit too. Yeah, but when I was playing by myself, it was only practice. I wasn't playing to people. So, it doesn't matter. You're just trying to get finger dexterity more than anything in the actual right notes.
Yeah.
In a
That's why
band,
that's why I'll never
I
be able to play
always
good. Go ahead, my bad.
serve the song.
Yeah, that's why I'll never
Uh,
play good because I don't have that. It almost looks like I'm doing the reverse Star Trek sign on my right hand because my middle finger and my ring finger and knuckles are like broken and healed together. So I can't stretch out my middle finger and my ring finger like I want to. So I'll never be able to play like good fucking like really good.
Look up somebody named Django Reinhardt.
Why did they play with two fingers or something like fucking what's his name from Black Sabbath?
Uh, like Tony Iommi, yes, except they had their index and middle finger.
I suppose I could play with my index and my pinky, or my maybe just my index and my middle finger can spread pretty far apart. Let's move on. I think we lost a couple of viewers. um,
Not a lot of music lovers.
yeah, it's all right. I ain't mad at
The
him.
new watch crowd, I guess.
But now Bicep brings up a fucking good point here. Muscle says Lennon was shot with a cheap ass Charter Arms 38 special. Now assassinations. Besides Martin Luther King, they used a sawed-off gauge, and Kennedy they used the Carcano. What did they kill Malcolm X with, Tone?
How the hell would I know? I wasn't there.
Well, because my point is that a lot of these fucking assassinations were done with little itty bitty guns. Didn't they go
Uh,
after fucking Reagan with a 25 or a 22, or was that a
Kennedy's
38?
Kennedy's brother was done with the 22.
22, yeah, 22 killed him.
Emphasize the kill part.
It was yeah, but it was also even if it was accidental, it was also the shot placement where it hit him in the back of his head, kind of. If it was a little higher and a little over, he would have been fine.
Yeah, that would go with was a 44 Magnum.
No, what caliber gun killed Malcolm X?
I thought that King was killed with a rifle.
Well, he had a sawed-off 12 gauge, I believe. It might have been a rifle. Oh, it was multiple guns. That's right. So Malcolm X got hit with a 12 gauge shot, sawed off. That's probably what killed him. Let's see here. 12 gauge sawed off, 2 other men charged forward firing 45 ACP and a 9mm handguns. So he was shot with
Oh, the
regular.
9mm blew his lungs out. So no, that's what it.
The 9mm is what killed him for sure, especially if you ask Joe Biden. That fucking killed him. Well, I went to a good hot dog joint yesterday. It was called
Oh,
Dirt. It's called Dirt Dog in Las Vegas. Really fucking. I don't know if you're a Chicago dog kind of fan or anything with hot dogs or anything like that being out there, but fucking, mwah, chef's kiss. That fucking shit was phenomenal. It
I'm
almost.
in Nathan's hot dog.
Nathan's is good. Nathan's is good. Ain't that over in Peoria?
I don't know where the hell they're from.
I don't know. I don't know. I
They're
want
one
to
of
say.
those Jewish hot dog companies like Hebrew Nation.
Is that true? Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, Gunny's right. I got it mixed up. I got it mixed up. King was killed with a 30-06.
Yes, of course.
Tony, what were you doing on July? I don't know when he got killed, but I did think
I
it. What?
pretty sure when he was killed, I was like 8.
Yeah, Portillo's for the win for sure. Portillo, they got a Portillo's in fucking Arizona. They had it now for a good few years.
That ain't for the win. That's Buck the World.
For the win. Fuck the
That's the
world.
problem with people using these fucking little initials.
It used
Don't be
to.
goddamn lazy. Type the fucking words out.
Either fuck the world or for the win, I'll fucking take it. Dogs.
Actually works well either way.
Yeah, you're right. House. What the fuck are you staring at? House. Hold on. It's fucking 80 degrees outside. Inside the house is a cool fucking 63. These motherfuckers want to suck all my air
A
outside.
fucking Eskimo.
Hey man, it was a hot summer. I'm just cooling off.
Look at all you brown skinned people like it warmer.
We're tropical people. Nah, I'm fucking. I hate it.
Fuck, truth's known, my fucking orange is probably darker than yours.
I hate it. It might be because I've been fucking hermit this summer. Well, besides going back and forth to Arizona a whole bunch of times that I should probably didn't have to.
I don't get it done, guy.
What? Can I use your new name of MVE? Um, Man vs. Everything?
Like I said, I'm not. Generally, the only new name I ever get's the old one. It's asshole.
Mickey's hot dog was pretty good.
I'm good with that.
Mickey's? Mickey's Vienna sausage?
I didn't give a shit about TF.
Or should I write it all the way out for the ATF agents listening to the New Watch podcast? Fuck them. Yeah, fuck them. I don't know what. Fuck the ATF that's listening right now.
I mean, obviously, I went and bought a whole bunch of fucking handguns and rifles at one time, and they didn't come knocking on my door, so they didn't give a fuck about me.
Speaking of the almighty tyrannical faction of the government, they're going after Texas. I
That's a
don't
good
know.
choice.
Shawnee would know better than me because I don't know if it got retracted or if they're backstepping or what's going on. But from what I heard on Friday, ATF goes back at Texas claiming suppressors are not protected under the Second Amendment. And I say the ATF needs to go away. Just leave.
Let me guess, they're going because the founding fathers didn't have them.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, Well, and they don't consider it. It's not an arm by itself. It's not a firearm. So, with it
Yeah, the
not being
fucking
a,
trigger group out of a SIG is.
yeah, exactly, exactly. A lower receiver without a barrel is a firearm. But nonetheless, though, it it does fall under the Second Amendment because it is something that our government has available to them, and we should have available to us. If
Yeah,
a
that's exactly my view.
Yeah, if a soldier can pick it up and use it in war, if an ATF guy can use it on a bogus fucking raid, if an FBI guy can use it on a bogus fucking raid, if SWAT can use it on a bogus fucking raid, we should be able to. We should all have access to the same shit they have access to because the day they come after you, you're gonna want it.
Thing is that it's considered good manners in gun-friendly Europe to have silencers
Yeah.
or silencers. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. If you don't have a little fucking threaded barrel and you walk up to one of them motherfuckers without a fucking um, without a suppressor ready or putting one on or on it already, they're gonna look at you like you're an idiot, like you're a piece of shit, like you're talking in the movies or something like that.
Okay,
Yeah, they are.
which is another reason why I don't go to Europe.
I would, I was thinking about that too. Like, what's a good? Cause fucking, I think it was Sean. Somebody put the idea of a fucking cruise out here into the early watch ether, and my fucking wife picked it up somewhere somehow. So she wants to go to a cruise. She wants to go to Alaska to see the Northern Lights. And I'm like, you're gay. I pulled up a fucking Northern Lights picture on my phone. I was like, here you go. I bet you I can get a video on YouTube too so you can see them like moving around and shit.
Tell her don't worry. If a big solar flare happens, she'll be able to see him where she's at.
Yeah. So I don't know. But I was thinking though, with that, I was thinking Europe, maybe? Because I don't
What
know.
the hell for?
I don't know. I've never been there.
They fucking hate Americans over there. They don't like guns either.
I can go see the Greeks and the Italians and whatever other nationality raped my other ancestors and made Puerto Ricans. I want to go visit everybody. Go in the house. Come on. I know it's so weird outside right now.
Thinking about that, I'm reminded of that George Takei statement where all the Ukrainians like to have all the ARs that are over here. Like, no shit. Why the fuck do you think we got a Second Amendment? I think we had
Hello.
that on the show. And no kidding.
But yeah.
You related to Jimmy's son-in-law, are you?
Why, yes. I can't do a good job. My voice is deep enough to where if I try to do a deeper voice, it just doesn't sound right. Why, yes. Hello,
Well,
Tony. It's me, George
you might be one
Takai.
to slide in there and take the boyfriend away.
Yeah, right. I have a penis. I don't know what's going on with the white screen there. It's an OBS problem.
Be right back in a second.
All right. Dead air time, guys. Are you ready? Strap in, because it's going to be a quiet ride while I kill a fly. Or maybe five. You guys want to listen to me bond with my animals? Hi, there, boys. Hi, baby boys. And the baby girls. We got them both right here. Hi. Did you just come in the house for the air conditionings? I don't got any food. Get out of me. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. Oh, Twista. The legendary Chicago rapper Twista cruised the Caribbean. I was thinking about that, but then I got my other ancestors out there in the Caribbean that might try to fucking rob us and chop our heads off. If I go to the ancestors in Europe, I should be safe. Ancestors
I think
in the Caribbean might get robbed, raped, and killed.
your history proves that you're not even safe here. So
Yeah,
I don't know why you'd worry about it.
I'm not.
And I do want to point out that you could probably not shut up if I took the time to drink the damn coffee I went to get.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have been that quiet. Have you ever heard of the legendary Tongue Twista? Chicago rapper?
No.
Oh. He made a song called Glock, and he literally does the whole Glock lineup. Glock 17, full frame, full size, motherfucking 9mm. Glock 17L, long slide, 9mm. Oh my god. You want to hear it? Or at least part of it? No.
I think it's probably the same thing as a lot of those old gun chats.
That's
Lobby days.
very similar, actually. Very similar. All right, I'm gonna play it in 5, 2, 1. I gotta redo my ad fucking blocker. God damn it, all the hell. World Star.
I can tell you that so far the 10-minute, $10 fee for YouTube is that I don't have to start paying for another 2 months. It's well worth it so far.
Yeah.
This is the only place I see fucking ad.
Ain't nothing like a Glock.
Ain't nothing like a Glock, Tony.
I think I want to try to name every Glock in one song.
Actually, there is. There's lots like a Glock.
Ain't nothing like a Glock.
So much so that Smith & Wesson had to pay Glock because they were like a Glock.
And it's funny too, he says Glock, 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 but then he shows us 1911 on the wall.
That ain't that fucking uncommon though. I've seen that sort of shit in a lot of videos. They're talking about specific gun,
Nah,
and then they show a gun and it's the wrong fucking gun.
nah, but he's being specific on this one. He has every single Glock in front of him.
I seen a news report where they were talking about the high capacity handgun magazines laying on their table was a fucking 1911. There's a good.
Here he goes.
10L long slide 9mm Glock. Glock, 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 Glock. I got my Glock, 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 Glock.
Fuck is all that?
I got my
Old shit running.
Glock
That could
17
be
full
late.
size 9mm Glock 17L long slide 9mm Glock 18 full size 9mm full auto. Glock 19 compact 9mm Glock
Well, if
19
you could go and somebody with lead will come up and shoot you and take you.
Getting busy with the heater, that's what I know.
He even did the 19X.
Full size 10mm Glock 21 full size 45 ACP Glock 22 full size 40 Smith & Wesson is the key. Glock 23
Okay.
compact 40 Smith & Wesson Glock 24
Me and you
full
could have made
size
this song
40 Smith &
right
Wesson
here.
Glock 25 compact 38
While we're on
ACP.
this, this
And the
brings
Glock
up
26
something that I
subcompact 9mm Glock
touch
27
on
subcompact 40 Smith & Wesson
as a
Glock 28
kind of an
subcompact
ongoing thing on
and
the
I'm
show.
mine.
At least twice until we got bored with the whole fucking.
What?
What do you think is the best pistol ever made?
Glock 40 10mm long slide? For sure. Everything.
I would say now that they got it working, the Automag is, but seriously.
Automag is all right, but yeah, I'm dead ass serious. I think that the best pistol around and available right now is the one I got, the one that I carry, and haven't found anything else to carry besides that. 10mm semi-auto. We get rid of the antiquated 1911s with their antiquated side buttons. We get rid of the fucking the hammers because they're not necessary anymore.
You just want 10 millimeter because you're afraid that the son-in-law is fixing to rub off on you,
No.
and your genitalia is not nearly big
Starts falling.
enough. Yeah.
No.
I would say, personally, in my opinion, the best one is 19.
I think it's interesting about how usually we talk about rappers that say Glock and they're pointing like you were saying, but the legendary tongue twister fucking specifically names all of them. I think that's kind of neat. I thought it was hilarious. Like I was laughing at the song. Don't get me wrong, but
Or you're assuming that anybody on this planet gives a fuck what you think.
yeah,
Thought.
I don't care.
Exactly, that's our answer. We don't care.
You're assuming that I care. I think it's cool. Um,
That's going to be a new segment on the show until we either get tired of it or forget it. What's the best something? And I don't intend it to be completely gun stuff. I mean, just anything.
oh yeah, we've seen
Something to
this one.
fucking kill dead air.
Yeah.
Are you still on that stupid fucking... I almost said something I didn't want to say.
um, but yeah, I don't know, man. I'm telling you, fuck all these antiquated pistols. Fuck all these copycats. Just get you a Glock.
If anybody asks, I recommend it. But this day and age, Glock is antiquated as a lot of the other ones.
Got a G23 that I'm gonna sell and get a revolver for EDC carry, so I could hook my revolver hammer onto my shirt when I try to pull it out, and the bad guy could take it from me and win. Sounds like a great idea.
Don't let his goofy ass shit stop you. You know what you want, gun metal guy.
No, yeah. I tell my wife all the time that there's a good percentage of women that like to be raped. So, yeah, I'm sure that there's a percentage of guys out there that like to be robbed. Carry a
Well,
revolver.
I don't have a problem with carrying a revolver. It doesn't bother me a bit. I don't have a bullet hole in it.
I
So
wasn't
who's the
carrying
real winner here?
I wasn't carrying shit today that I got a bullet hole in
A
either.
bullet hole with a fucking 25. Goddamn kindergartner would fucking get
I
shot by a goddamn 25.
That's 'cause I ran the fuck away. I didn't know what the caliber was until it got pulled out of my arm. I was just not trying to get shot by any of those loud noises.
Shows how weak you are that it didn't fucking bounce off.
Yeah. I need to get tougher skin, that's for sure.
When you pulled the bullet out, did you look at it? Did it say Daisy on it?
No. I'm telling you right now, Gunny, get that Glock 40. I don't know if you're a tiny-handed person. I don't know if you got a small frame or whatever the fuck. But trust me, my wife shoots the fucking the Glock 40. Loves it. Doesn't hurt her hand. None of that shit. And then the way that everybody makes fun of the plastic, but the way that the plastic, it's sturdy enough to drop it and do all kinds of fucking bad shit to it, but at the
Just
same
don't
time,
leave it on your fucking dash.
yeah, don't leave it on your dash. And it'll turn out bad. You'll have to contact Glock. But but fucking it's loose. It's like flexible enough to where it mitigates a lot of that recoil. So it's I really think that it's the perfect gun because it's the all around gun. You can't fuck up using a Glock unless you're an idiot. Don't be an idiot. Don't be an idiot. Carry one in the chamber. Get rid of the safeties and fucking carry on.
Well, if you think about it, back in the 38 special revolver days, that was there too. There's no safeties.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Pull it, and pull the trigger.
Exactly.
It's one of the reasons why I never tried to steer the old lady anymore on buying a gun when she wanted a 38 revolver. Well, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
She did not like that fucking Walther at all.
I can see it though. I could see it though, especially being a littler gun and shit. I could see it. I would, yeah, I would definitely do that. I would definitely shoot before I buy. I do that all the time. It's just I don't, get to a range every now and again,
Fuck that.
but. How do we know your wife isn't 6'2", 250? Nah,
She ain't.
she, she. But which yeah, still.
Honest to God here, and I want to clarify this. I have no fucking idea. I've never seen it.
But nonetheless, though, 10
She
millimeter,
knows of.
10 millimeter, and then out of the big ass fucking gun like that, you're gonna be more than fine. But I would definitely suggest going to test it out first, for sure.
Well, I don't know. I don't have the need for a 10 millimeter ever. If I can't kill it with a 9 millimeter, that's why I got a fucking 44.
Yeah, I don't think it's as much. I don't think it is as much overkill as people think. Most of these hollow points are fucking good enough to where they'll get caught in the
No, it's
tissue and they're not
because
gonna.
my dick ain't big enough. I got to make up for it with caliber size.
It ain't though. How? I don't see how people get that. The fucking 10 millimeter will blow a hole out of a big fat motherfucker, a little skinny motherfucker, somebody with a whole bunch of clothes on, and then on top of that, animals. It'll
Yeah,
take out damn near any game, even a bear if you hit it in the fucking right spots. Head
and the
or
44
head.
Magnum will do all that through the fucking house they're hiding behind.
I send a picture of the Let me just go through my phone here, Outcast. Hang on 1 second. No teeth. Smile for the camera, honey.
Nah, I don't. I really don't give a shit if people want 10. I don't. Uh, you know, to say that that's the minimum that's acceptable, I have a dispute with that.
No, I don't think that that's the case either. I mean, if you want to carry around a fucking 9, that's fine. If you want to, whatever. I don't care. Um, it'll do most jobs. But if shit gets really real, you know, I want something that's going to cause a static shock to somebody that's wearing fucking armor or something like that. That way I can easily get a second
Shoot him
shot
in the
in.
fucking face.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying though. I'm a center mass kind of guy. I
Hopefully
like
they got a
the.
big fucking head.
But yeah, fucking.
My biggest thing on it, the whole damn deal, is carry a fucking gun. As far as what you choose to carry, I don't shit.
Yeah, have something, but I always circle back around to that balls thing, having balls, or the correct mindset should be more, I guess, fucking correct politically. I don't know, but whatever.
Carry a gun, know how to fucking use it.
You gotta have balls, man. Know how to use it is a big part of it as well, but being prepared to use it is another thing too. You're one of these
I don't
motherfuckers that
know.
has the safety on. You don't carry one in the chamber. You pull your shit, and somebody else shoots you in your fucking eye while you're trying to rack your slide and draw at the same time. And then they fucking now one more bad guy has one more gun because you're a fucking dipshit that thought you were safe just because you had a gun. That's the only one issue that I have. Everybody should own a gun? Of course. Absolutely. But everyone fucking carrying them around and fucking thinking that they're fucking Rambo now because they bought a gun. But then when they face adversity, curl up
And
like a
make rap
bitch.
videos.
That too, yeah. Oh yeah, come on now. This guy's fucking 50 something years old. He's no gangster. If he was a gangster, he ain't no more. which I doubt. Most people in the music industry are fake, but that's another story for another time. Let's see here.
Why would you want a rimless cartridge for a revolver?
Wait, who said that? One of those 9mm revolver? Oh yeah, nah. I would never do that. They're not made for that. The rimless cartridges were made so you could put them into a magazine and fucking I don't know. They were made for a certain thing.
I would imagine that Ruger, Smith & Wesson, several of them make a 10mm revolver.
Oh yeah, they're trust me, they're fucking out there because people will buy them. But I just think it's dumb. I mean, when I
Christ.
did carry around a revolver, I had speed loaders. I didn't really use speed strips. You had speed loaders.
No,
I'm
if
not
I
gonna be
was
like,
going to
okay, two
carry it,
shots. Now I'm gonna reload those 2 bullets back in, or I'm not. If I dump the
that
cylinder, I'm dumping the whole cylinder and putting in a whole new fucking speed loader.
that's part of the training you get though when you're being trained on a revolver is how to load 2 rounds.
Oh yeah, to constantly top it off. Yeah.
No, when you've emptied the thing out, you just drop 2 and go back into the fight because somebody's running at you. Was the idea,
Oh, okay. Now, yeah, I see. It's the opposite of what I was saying. Only put 2 in for like a quick reload. Yeah, but
which is one of the only benefits of a speed strip. I won't carry one. Carry uh, speed loader
what do you?
because I would rather dump the fucking extra 2 rounds out of the gun loaded and drop 6 back in it.
What do you think about someone losing rounds on the floor and not realizing it?
If you're in a fight and you're dropping ammo because you're nervous, but you get the gun loaded, don't give a shit. Don't worry about the fucking ammo you drop until you put the guy down.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Uh,
if you really need to, like towards the end of the fight, circle back to those 2 bullets you dropped on the floor, then I mean, just do that. I wouldn't worry about them until I needed them.
the biggest thing that any gunfight is ended.
See, I haven't. I could believe that too because of the way that you like kind of have to get those 2 in there and then bend it backwards. Muscles was saying that the speed strips always crack. I don't have enough experience with them shits to know, but I could see it. The way that they're, whatever the mechanic is, I could see it.
I've never had a speed strip crack, and when I was working carrying a gun, that's what we had. At that point, speed loaders weren't approved the first year, but I only ever bent them back like that to drop 2 rounds in when I was certified. So, it happened twice, maybe 3 times. I don't remember when we started qualifying twice a year.
Yeah.
But the speed loaders are a dramatic fucking improvement. And I'm not so particular which ones are which, the ones that you push in and they automatically release. That's fine, but I don't care about turning ABS. That's what I have.
I was at work and I found a nine. He said not what he was talking about. Thanks for the tip. Really, I'm talking about work. I was at work and I found a 9mm loose round on dispatch office floor.
That's like, what, 20 cents now? Put in the fucking pocket?
It's going right in my pocket. What the fuck? Call the authorities.
I had one of my coworkers, because on the federal thing, you pass the gun between employees. One gun that attached to the location. And then each of us carried our own gun, but we didn't carry those on duty. I had the guy I was relieving hand me a gun with 3 different types of ammo in it at least. 2 of them were nickel. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. Damn it, Bruce, you gotta stop fucking shooting people at night. I ain't shot nobody shooting a cat.
Uh,
You're in the middle of fucking East St. Louis, Illinois, shooting at cats. Come on.
Hey, at least you know ain't nobody coming for them gunshots. Ain't no cops coming until the morning time.
Fucking guns, they couldn't fucking win the judge
Oh,
fucking down at night.
they didn't have Shot Spotter back in them days?
No. I doubt if East St. Louis got shot spotted now. They're that fucking broke.
Oh, really?
Unless it's changed dramatically in the past 10, 15 years, yeah.
That's how
There's
you
no
know.
fucking tax base. You know, the properties down there are almost worthless.
You know what? That always made me wonder how Chicago, like that kind of like solidified Chicago being corrupt, the politics and all that shit. Because everybody out there is broke as fuck, living in the fucking ghettos, all this other shit. But one of the richest cities in America.
How much tax revenue do you think's based on just fucking high rise?
I mean, everybody else, if you're not on like HUD housing or fucking Section 8 or something like that, yeah, everybody else is getting taxed off out of the ass.
There are areas in Chicago, I'm sure, that are just as fucking worthless. Southside, especially.
Well, yeah. Southside, they started tearing up down a bunch of shit.
And you do that quite a bit like they did Detroit, start bulldozing neighborhoods down. And not to run people out. I mean, these were abandoned Detroit. Wild.
Yeah, our RP 9 mil RP is usually Remington.
Yeah, that RP is Remington Peter.
Mm. It's the only time I've seen an RP on the back of something. Ooh-ah!
I mean, it's a fucking loose round. Big deal.
I always thought it said revolver pistol. I don't know why.
You really don't want me to answer that.
Oh, shit.
You know, when you work for the government, and especially if you work for the government under contract, everything has to be law. You know, so when the gun got handed to me with the wrong ammo, he didn't have enough ammo on him to make it right. I had to log it. You know, and then there's an investigation, and he eventually either quit or got fired. But some of the stupid shit people do, just I'm like, you know, this is like $5 a box at the goddamn store, and I know what kind of money you paid roughly the same amount. If you're gonna shoot the gun, bring your own fucking ammo. Put that in there first, idiot.
That's what I always say.
Probably better ammo than we had anyway. I had to go. See the chick standing in the corner there on the screen? That's his old lady.
What screen are you,
Middle finger in the
motherfucker?
Glock.
Oh.
Avatar, you idiot.
Like, what the fuck screen are you guys all looking at? He says, is that his wife? Are you talking about Twister? No, Twister's not my wife.
That's how she looks when I leave.
Yeah, with a Glock to her fucking head, about to pull the trigger until I come and say, no!
That middle finger is pointing at Jimmy, tell him not to come back.
In the
I'm
desert.
just fucking with you, man. I don't have no idea what.
the Desert Eagle is just in case that the old demon man comes in the middle of the night and tries to rape her.
Did you know that Automag made guns that look like basically long-barreled 1911s?
Yeah. What the fuck were they? I know there was one on fuck. They make the real Van Helsing gun. There was fuck, man. It was a cartoon. Van Helsing gun.
The thing looked like either a high power or 1911. It looked similar. Only it was 44 mag gun with I think an 8-inch barrel. It was a long fucking gun. And of course,
the
didn't work
Jackal.
worth shit.
The Jackal is a massive pistol, chambering magnum rounds, 454. Dot 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 dot. And in the cartoon, it's a 13 millimeter auto anti-freak combat pistol.
Okay.
13 millimeter would be a hell of a fucking handgun round, huh?
Half-inch, 50 cal.
Yeah. Hell of a fucking round. In real life. Let's see. In real life.
Seems to work out to pretty hell of a fucking roundish for Smith & Wesson.
God damn it. So is this the real version? Made to order. Ooh, you can get them made to order. Ain't that a bitch? I'm looking at this shit and I ain't showing. I'm looking at it on my phone. Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. I'm talking all that shit. Let's see. Van Helsing Jackal. Images. Let's show you fucks. Oh, it's already there. Hey, did fucking New York Outcast make a display for them? Is that your work, Outcast? Hold on, you ain't nobody seeing it. That's my fault. There it is. Now that's a two-handed pistol if I ever seen one. I'd put a light. Is there a rail on there? Oh yeah, it looks like they got that little fake ass the SIG rail on there. Put a little light on there. Hold on to that for dear life.
That is not the gun I was talking about.
Oh, it ain't?
No, not at all. This thing looked like a 1911, only it was just long.
Oh, son of a bitch. The 10 millimeter Hunter. I know what you're talking about.
The one they're talking about is in 44 Automag.
Oh,
It was actually 44.
Really? 10 millimeter.
Pretty sure I saw it on video from Gun Jesus.
I thought that it was a fucking I thought I seen one of those on the guy that shot his neck. What the fuck was his name?
The one I seen,
Kentucky.
Kentucky Ballistics.
Yeah, he had one.
The one I seen was definitely on Ian's because on Forgotten Weapons because yeah, that's it. That's what it looks like.
Yeah? Okay.
But it's not. This was an Automag, and it was done in 44 mag or 44 Automag. Being 44 mag is actually
Automag.
rimmed cartridge.
See, when I pull up the 44 Automag, it's just showing me the Automag.
Right, that's what surprised me about this one because
Oh,
he
there it
popped
is.
it up there. He
AMT.
popped it up there.
Is that it? AMT Automag 2.
Yes, that's it right there. You're
How does
asking
it?
me if that's it, and I'm seeing the fucking regular auto mags. I'm like, no, that ain't it.
How does it? Oh, yeah, but you see the picture now, right?
Yes,
Okay. How does it? It sounds like a stupid question, but how does it function?
not worth the fuck from what I gathered.
Okay, that's yeah. I could see that thing being a jam-o-matic.
They went bankrupt until they actually uh, started this new redesign a few years ago on the regular auto mag. Remains to be seen how that'll work. Probably not very well because it's a real niche market gun. There's only a few of us like me and Connery that want one.
Are you kidding me? To blow a fucking a tennis ball sized hole into a motherfucker, and you think that I don't want it? That yeah. And I like long slides. I just don't know why, but they're fucking getting
See,
every single piece of that powder to burn up before the bullet leaves the fucking barrel.
because of the size of the whole thing, it doesn't really point out as much how big that fucking grip really is.
Oh yeah.
You know, those have 44 Magnum rounds in them. You know, that even though it's rimless, still the same fucking size.
Lay a 44 in your palm. That's how the grip and then add what, maybe a half an inch?
Probably.
Yeah, I would say a quarter in the front, quarter in the back. It's hard to judge by just looking at the picture, but yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they're a single stack, so it may not be ridiculously wide, but it's wide enough.
He says one day you might man up an EDC at 20 mil. Hey, listen. I don't know how many of you guys have been in gunfights and how many gunfights you've been in, but I want something that's going to put a motherfucker down. And that's going to be, a big bore revolver or a 10 millimeter.
The one gunfight I was in, a 38 special, did just that. One shot, down.
Yeah, I've seen too many people roll and live in fucking adrenaline. I've seen too much of that.
This guy instantly lost his will to continue doing anything.
Yeah, but that was that guy. Some guys can get shot with a pellet gun and stop what they're fucking doing.
That's the only guy I've ever really been involved with. Well, there was a bunch of pellet gun stuff.
Well, let me tell you a
And
little
the
thing about meth. It's a
and
hell of a
the
drug.
177 caliber right above the bridge of the nose stopped him right now too.
Yeah. Let me tell you guys a little something about meth. Sometimes they don't feel it. Sometimes they do feel it, and it makes them angrier.
Somehow I wouldn't be so concerned about meth with a headshot with the 38 special, but I would not do that with that BB gun.
So, so Plonery's saying an eighth of an inch. So put a 44 in your hand and add a quarter inch.
Well, it's more than that because the thickness of the fucking frame of the gun going around it, and there's the thickness of the metal in the fucking slide, and there's got to be a little bit of room between the slide and the frame, and a little bit of room between the bullets and the slide.
Yeah. Gunny, you want this one? I think you're looking at a couple few grand. I want to
I
say in the $2,500 range.
I doubt it.
You think it's more?
Yeah, there's not hardly any of the fuckers out there.
Yeah, and they don't shoot. I would get the 10 millimeter one. Do they have one in 10 millimeter, or is it all Magnum rounds?
I don't know what they did with those. As far as I knew, they did them in 44 automatic.
I know they had a 30 carbine one. that would have been pretty neat to see the fireball on that. But I mean, shit, the 44 fireball's got to be pretty nasty too.
Well, you can see that on my little avatar.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm talking about out of this thing though.
Roughly the same damn thing. That one in that avatar is 7.5-inch barrel.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, the 6-inch barrel gets gets to be a little bit much carrying sometimes, but you know, nothing a little bit of an adjusting won't do.
Well, I'm sure that those things are fucking heavy.
Yeah, oh yeah. Absolutely.
Even the auto mag with the barrel being exposed, not being covered up by slide, I'm still sure that fucker's pretty heavy to tote around.
Yeah, and they're an older gun too, so I'm pretty sure that it's all steel. Yeah, I don't see that being light at all.
I would love to see them bring that thing out in working form to sell.
Yeah, they supposedly they did that with the auto mag, but I don't know. I was
So far,
watching.
I've seen 3 or 4 people do that auto mag, and it worked.
I watched Demolition Ranch's one. He's like the only gun channel that I'll still kind of check into from time to time. Um, and he had one, and it worked perfectly. Didn't jam on him. But towards the end of the video, the spring, one of the like fucking, I don't know if it was in the housing or where the fuck it was at. I don't know what the fuck it was even for, but one of the pins and springs jumped out.
There's a spring on each side of the slide.
Yeah, okay, so that's what it was. One of those jumped out.
Yeah, and I have heard that happen to. It might have been him.
But what do you do to solve? All you do to solve that is put a little Loctite on the tip of it, right?
I think they just put the damn thing back in.
Yeah, but you Loctite it. That'll fix that problem.
I don't know.
Or is that something that you need to like be able to take apart to take down the gun? That's curious to me.
I think that the one I seen, they were kind of questioning if it was where somebody had taken the gun apart and not got it back together right. When it's, because they're passing these guns around from automatic. Who knows?
Yeah. I don't know, but I know I would shoot the shit out of that motherfucker and probably have the best time of my life. He says the Javelina is available in 10 millimeter. I'm telling you, motherfuckers, man, what the fuck was the name of this goddamn um fucking gun? Bull Armory. Yep, there it is. So you'll see it in a second.
That the actual Clint Eastwood automatic, that gorgeous goddamn gun.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree with you on that one.
That's just a fucking 1911.
Nah, it's this one. This one. You'll see it in a couple seconds. Long slide, front serrations, 10 millimeter, beast. Beast.
I don't care for front serrations at all. No fucking reason.
No, I don't. Who gives a fuck? But I'm just saying I like the look. I do like the look. But yeah, if I ever find myself in a position to where I have to press check, yeah, I'm not going to use the front serrations anyway.
But I don't like the grips on the thing. I'm sure that they serve the purpose.
You can switch grips. You can. It's a 1911, man. You can get any fucking grip that you desire. Any grip that you desire. These are the only times that I'll ever fucking. I wouldn't consider this a carry gun though. These are the only time. This kind of gun is the only kind of gun that I would say, safety, whatever. That's cool.
I I have toyed with the idea of getting a 1911, but I don't really want one bad enough to lay down the dough.
No, because if you Rock Island, yeah, okay, they make decent 1911s, but I would never carry a 1911. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like unless that was my only option. So I wouldn't go budget for that. I would
The
get
only
a good 1911. I would get a fucking, a
the only
Colt.
one I've actually handled much was the Ruger. That was a fucking gorgeous gun, and I'm sure that it worked fine.
Well, I'll tell you, 1911 aesthetically is a good looking gun. Aesthetically, I think that it's a pretty gun. But all them levers on the side kind of fuck it up for me. Just
Well,
don't. I don't.
they're
A safety is getting in the way of your fucking safety. Period. Somebody pulls on you and you aren't trained to, you weren't in the Marine Corps and don't know how to sweep the safety or something like that, you're fucked.
You don't have to use it. But things got to have cops.
Yeah. Yeah, but some people are scared of that.
My first foray into semi-auto handguns was a gun with a decocker, so kind of I could deal with that safety after a little bit of practice. I don't like the idea of carrying that decocker on.
More mechanical features that your gun has is the more things that can go fucking wrong.
For a gun I carry, I would prefer strike. Although I will do hammer fired if it's double action.
I even still think that the hammers are antiquated now. That's another thing that can go wrong.
How often
Spring
does
tension goes out, caught on my shirt, and too many things.
the hammer on the Ruger is not getting caught, not exposed. That
Oh, it's
LCP is hammer fired. That LC380.
yeah, but your LC380 though, the hammer's like on the inside of the gun. It's
Right,
completely bobbed, I guess you could call it, right?
right. Yeah, it's not a hammer in the classic sense. It's more like a hammer inside of a rifle.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a double action hammer, ain't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The
so
gun's double action, but it's pre-state,
right, okay.
so there's a little bit of spring tension on the hammer. It's not fully seated on the firing pin when it's cocked.
The SR 1911, that's the Ruger one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Ruger had. I was looking at the shit. I was looking at the Ruger 5.7s and possibly spending $700 on one of them motherfuckers.
I did nose around a little bit looking at Rugers at the gun store, but had they had one in 9mm, I'd have bought it. But I didn't want to set up and load for fucking 45 ACP. I have enough.
You have enough 45 ACP, or you have enough
I
of
have enough
everything
shit
else?
that I got to fucking load.
Yeah.
I get moved down there where I ain't worried about hauling shit around anymore. I might. You know, right now everything I think of is I'm gonna have to pack that shit and move it. And granted, a set of fucking dies ain't gonna make any difference in that. It's still just the idea.
Tony has the LCP 1, and he was asking, what did you carry before that?
Before the LC380, yeah, mine's not an LCP. Mine's actually an LC380. Before that, I carried that Smith & Wesson SW9. I still carry that Smith & Wesson. Just the Ruger's smaller, and it's more comfortable if you're in a vehicle.
Right.
But like traveling, whichever one I grab. Don't matter. I like the idea of the Smith because, you've got That and a couple magazines, you got a fucking box of ammo with you. You know, because it's 16 round mags, and I've got 5 of them. I don't take 5 with me, but usually when I travel, I'll carry 2 spares.
Which is close to close to a
Yeah, it's
box of
a fucking
ammo.
box magazine,
Yeah.
48 fucking rounds plus 1.
You're really close. I carry 46 with me. 15 round magazines.
But I don't feel less armed carrying that LC. I got 3 mags to fit, and they hold 7.
No, LCP is gonna get a motherfucker off of you or give you some space for sure. It's not gonna save the day, but well, it might save the day, but it'll definitely get a motherfucker off of you, and you can create some
I've
space with it.
I've never had an issue with 380. I'd carry 22.
I mean, all guns work perfectly if you can sneak up on somebody and get a headshot or something like that, or
I have no real interest in owning a 25, but
I'm just
a
saying.
lot a lot of that is because trying to load that shit, the cases are so small, I can just see bruised fucking fingers all the goddamn time from getting fucking
Nah, I mean,
hands smashed.
I still have
You
my
ain't gonna
Raven.
say fucking nothing about it because you don't reload. I mean, trying
Oh,
to
I
see
thought you meant reloading, like reloading the magazine. Fuck
no,
no.
I'm gonna reloading the goddamn ammo, trying to hold that bullet on top of that tiny ass case and run it up in there. You're gonna mash your fingers all.
Oh yeah, I don't care about that. I still have my Raven. I still got that.
Beats the fuck out of nothing. Honest to
Well,
God, man, that 380 is the easiest gun I've ever put my hands on to shoot well.
yeah. Sometimes 380 is easy to limp wrist. I don't. I'm not. Yeah. I don't have experience with that. I don't know.
I haven't had an issue with mine, and it's kind of snappy. I mean, the loads I got into their form, they're probably not plus P. They're right at the top end of the load data charts for standard 380 loads. But the gun fucking points and puts bullets where I want them to go so fucking naturally. It just shocked me how good it was.
Mm.
Because I really started out thinking I was going to be able to shit with bastard. And I know nothing about the LC9 or the LC380, any of the later guns. This is the earliest one.
Right.
And like I said, I really liked it.
I had a buddy that had one of those, and I don't know, man. It's just too little for my hand. That's the same reason that I got rid of that Glock 42. It's just too little. I need something to fill out my hand. And then on the other end of it, something that's gonna fill a motherfucker that's trying to, take my shit or whatever up.
We had made some targets out of gears or sprockets that were 3 inches in diameter and welded like a good piece of chain on it. Hung them up on the target rack. Spinners, targets. First time I shot it, I was at like 10, 12, 15 feet away. And I'm pulling the gun out thinking, I'm not hit it. But there's a hit every time. And I'm like, what? Fucking unbelievable. So I did it, I run all the mags out, loaded, and several more sets of mags through it. God damn, that thing shot good. I don't think I could have done that well with that SD.
Yeah, I
Uh,
guess. I don't know. I mean, to
I,
each his own, I guess.
I can shoot that SD well too. I mean, uh, I don't know what it is about it.
Well, I'm
It
telling
just,
you, this 10mm is a fucking point and shoot. It's a point and shoot. The Glock 40. I mean, I guess as long as you know what you're doing or whatever, but you've heard the story. Fucking point and shoot. And that motherfucker shuts off things.
all right, where do we want to go?
Wherever. I'm ready to wrap it up if you are. What's Gunny saying? I rented the LCP 380 at the range. I mentioned I came away with bloody thumbnail from the slide lock release. It was hella small. My big hands, but I think I could EDC if necessary. Muscles has a G42. Likes it for pocket carry, but always am mindful it's a weak round.
I
Yeah.
don't know what the hell on the LC3 on the LCP 380 it would be different from this LC 380. I know they're different. There's nothing on this thing I don't think they would make it believe.
I don't know what the difference is, honestly. Is the P smaller?
I, I don't know. I know that the LC 380 was the first. And I'm not sure, but I think it's the only one on this hammer bar. And the rest of them are striker, but I could be wrong about it.
Oh, I think that's what that is. I think that's the difference. Because I don't think any other of them had that fucking internal, external. Well, no, it'd be a bobbed hammer. I don't know anybody that has. I don't know the other ones. What's the difference between the LC and the LCP? Okay, it's telling me about LLCs right now. Hold on. LCP versus LC380. One major difference are the weights. The LC380 is twice the weight of the LCP. It's also an inch longer, slightly wider, and taller. There you go.
That may be why I do better with it than people that have tried the LCP think I should because it's bigger.
Yeah, the LCP fucking that's the one that I know about.
It
And
strikes me as roughly the same size as 42 or 43, the 9 Glock, or one of them choose the 9.
yeah, I think though but the difference between the 42 and the 43 might be the difference between the LC and the LCP. I don't know. Somebody in the comments over here says walk softly and carry a big bore. Not in our comments, in good comments. This is on the Ruker forum. Prestigious comments.
Oh, I can tell you for sure that this LC380 is easy to carry. Uh, I carry appendix, and with this LC, I can even put it a little bit farther towards noon.
I mean,
And
the
I can
slingshot's easy to carry too, so why don't we all just carry
obviously you've
slingshots?
not had a fucking wrist rocket,
Throw it in your back fucking pocket and go on about your business.
so go get your slingshot then.
You think I don't? 50 caliber fucking metal balls, baby. The real shit.
50 cal balls. So your tiny little nuts are happening. No wonder she likes me better.
No, the ones that I shoot out of the wrist rocket. Oh shit.
Shit, I shoot more than 50 caliber out of mine.
Yeah, I could definitely fill up a couple shot glasses.
Why is who such a mean?
A mean? Mean or a meme? I'm not looking at the comments. I'm looking at the Ruger
He,
comments.
he said meanie.
Yeah, I'm looking
I
at.
don't know which one of us he's talking about. Probably you.
I'm over here looking at a real comment section right now. Sorry. Um,
Yeah, the fucker that whipped out there that comment about big bore probably don't even have a fucking BB gun.
You know, I've noticed that a lot of these motherfuckers on these forums, once you start getting into it with them, they don't know shit. They don't know anything. Like it's
Yeah, 177's bigger than 44.
like, have you ever shot a gun before? Have you seen a firearm in real life? That's why I get a kick out of motherfuckers telling me what caliber is the best. They all fucking work. They'll all do the job. It's just that some of them do different jobs. You don't use a sledgehammer to put in finishing nails on fucking.
Well,
That's if you got a gas station run or something where there's no real like actual active threats or anything like that. Sure, carry your little fucking 9 or your little 380 or whatever the fuck, your little revolver, whatever. Go ahead, go to the store,
in the
whatever. I've
concealed
gone there with a 22 Magnum before. I've
in the
carried, so
in the concealed carry realm, there's one job for a gun to do, and that stops a motherfucker who's trying to do ill to you.
well, see, I disagree with that. I I I don't think that every single gun has that ability to stop a motherfucker, especially with some drugs that are out there nowadays. But what I do think that anybody owning a gun and anybody having a gun and is to create space. It'll get a motherfucker off of you and you'll be able to either get away or find cover. I mean, that's what a gun does for me in my eyes. If you don't have that mindset to fucking go out there and actually get into it, at least carry a 380 or a 22 or whatever the fuck to get a motherfucker up off of you. A 9, whatever.
I have never fucking carried a gun that I felt wasn't enough.
Uh,
Honestly.
yeah, I mean, me neither, but like I said, it all goes to certain situations. If I'm running down the street to a fucking in a suburb filled with sunburnt white people, a 222 Magnum, that'll do, just in
However, if
case.
I were dropped on the eastern edge of Ukraine a few months ago, I don't think I'd want to be there with the 44 Magnum.
Yeah, no, there's some situations where, yeah, you wouldn't want, yeah, exactly. Exactly, but I think that it's all on the situations. They're full auto BB guns now. Those are the airsoft? If they started making full auto pellet guns, I'm in there. I'll buy some of those. I'll buy some of those and then find a rabbit's nest and just wait. Take out their whole community. Full auto BB gun, full auto airsoft, that don't do nothing for me.
Are you gonna eat those rabbits? If not, what the fuck is the point?
No, Tony, you know what? Fuck them rabbits. I'm gonna poach them. I'm gonna just fucking kill them and take their skins and make gloves and a hat.
Well, gloves and a hat's useful.
And then leave their carcasses there. So fucking an Indian could come along and cry one single tear. Oh, that reminds me. I watched that new Predator movie, Prey. Yuck.
Uh,
Remember the part where fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger realized that he can't beat this thing with brute force and strength? He has to outsmart it and fucking win that way? Remember that part?
part where he knew it was hopeless, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Covered himself in mud and prayed for the best to try to come up with a plan. Well, there's a little fucking Indian girl that could just beat the shit out of the Predator, climb up him like he's a ladder, tie ropes around him, yank him into quicksand. Apparently, Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't as manly is this little fucking 150-pound fucking Indian girl.
Little 150-pounder.
Little 100. Well, she had the. They put her in pants, so you know she didn't have a great body. She was probably chunkier, so I was maybe 120, 150. But still, nonetheless, Arnold was like 250, maybe 300 pounds. I don't know. He couldn't take down this motherfucker.
Next episode, Jimmy goes live. Correct. Typo. And shows how to make a rabbit skin loincloth.
Like,
I'm not so sure I want to see him do that. I'm afraid he would expose his tiny little half-inch balls.
oh shit.
Another movie displaying the power of all the almighty ovaries.
Yeah. Predator, Now listen, it was a good premise. The premise was like the first time that the Predator ever came to Earth or whatever, or like one of its early visits to Earth. And then I mean, let's not even get into the historical factors of this. Maybe I'm wrong, Tony. Let me ask you. You're a little bit closer to the time than I am. Would a clan or a tribe of Indians let a girl not only fuck off her responsibilities to go get water and pick berries and shit like that, but also go out and join on a hunt and be a hunter?
Back in the day, any research I've ever done says no.
That's what I've come across in my own studies. But apparently, this group of fucking Indians lets the bitch go out and be a hunter, wears pants,
Well,
which
that's
is
the
like the.
Hollywood faggot tribe.
Well, pants? Did the Indian men even really wear pants like that? Like, pants was a rare thing, right?
Most of them wore loincloths. If they had anything else, it would be leggings. And I don't recall seeing a hell of a lot of that, although they had to do something for the cold climate. It got real cold.
Is Amber Mid Thunder the Indian girl that's in there, Shawnee? I don't know. She had a pretty face. She had a pretty face, but you could already see the top of her back starting to go. And then, like I said, they put the lead actress in pants, so she must not have had the greatest body.
I don't know, man. There's so much of that shit been permeating into these fucking movies and series and shit. My old lady's been watching Supergirl,
Oh,
the old
God.
TV series,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm like, you realize this is all fucking lesbian propaganda. She's, what do you mean? And I said, just watch it and listen to what they say.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And a couple of hours later, she said, I never caught that. I said, yeah, they were trying to turn our daughters into lesbians.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
Absolutely. This has been going on for fucking a long time now. Google image
they're going to
search
send
that
this
girl.
little girl to protect Superman. Yeah, right.
Amber Mid Thunder. Amber.
Oh, yeah, they had one on just the other day where some contractor had made special Super Friends guns for the military. And somebody had got a hold of one of them and shot at a cop with it. They're saying, people ain't supposed to have these guns. These are for the military only. What is this fucking shit? Listen, you stupid ass cocksucking leftist motherfucker. We're supposed to have any gun the military has and better. We had better weapons than the military back in the constitutional era. Call it rifling. We had it. They didn't.
See, this was her before Prey. Let me see this.
She
Oh, this
might
is
look
when
all
she was
right.
doing Legion. She was in. Oh no, that's not. That's not the Priest movie. What is Legion? I don't know what Legion is. But this was when she was doing whatever, Legion or whatever. And this is her, now she's a little chunkier. You could see, like I said, see that back starting to slope, and then I could see them legs being chunky and gross. I'm sorry, Sean. I think she's gross now. She's got a pretty face. She's got a pretty face, but she's gonna have that fucking back problem, and she's gonna have that no ass problem, and she's gonna have that chunky leg.
Well,
Yeah, I see problems.
the the absolute final on that is I wouldn't want to see her on that pole.
You know, she's got some. No, and I mean, let's be like all racism aside. Let's just throw out facts here. Indian girls usually end up having that humpback.
I
And
got one of those. Fuck you.
well, yeah, but that's because you're an old people get those too. But them are the only two types of people that get old people and Indian girls get that hunchback.
Mine's from carrying too much weight for my whole fucking life.
Hidalgo is way better than fucking her. Way better. She's got a little pretty face. That's fine, whatever. With makeup on.
Say, any of them look pretty. You put enough fucking putty on there.
Yeah. This one right here where she's at like Comic-Con or something like that and doesn't have a lot of makeup on her face. I'd
Looked
pass.
like she just rolled off the last bit she was licking.
What was that show on MTV? Next? Next. This is a dating show? Now we gotta do Hidalgo again. Alina Mimina.
Find me something attractive, for Christ's sake.
Well, you don't like Mexicans, huh? Hidalgo.
Are you
Like
kidding?
girls?
I don't like Mexican guys are fucking losers, but just
Wait a
kidding.
second. This
Just
isn't the
kidding.
same lady, Sean. There's no way. This one, maybe.
There's a boatload of fucking hot Mexican women,
Oh, yeah. And they take care of their man.
but they drop babies like fucking rain. See that?
Oh,
Blue Rose shirt.
Lena.
She's pretty.
Nah, I spelled it wrong. Lena. Yeah, hell yeah. This is the one. She does have kind of a rat face, but her back
First
isn't
off,
gonna go south.
they need to start by showing the top of the head.
No, they need ass. We need ass and legs. Like if you're gonna show pictures of ladies, do it from the mid thigh up.
I wouldn't really argue against that. That's not, to me, that's not attractive.
What? Legs?
Hidalgo.
Oh. Like I said, she's got a little rat face. I'm trying to find a body shot. But the problem with Indian girls is that they don't have any ass. That's why I can't get on board with this fucking.
That's all right. They do all the fucking work in camp.
That is true. I could just sit around all day and do nothing, and then go
Right.
out for like an hour and come back with a
Get,
couple
get a
rabbits.
fucking, I was gonna say, go out and get a fucking buffalo, and you're set for a month.
The squaw will let the squaws prepare the meals.
She will put up the teepee, clean the buffalo, tan the hide, smoke the meat, whoop the slaves.
Well, what would they have did though? What would an Indian tribe have did to one of their squaws that wants to go out and be a hunter? Like this squaw is out of her brain and must be put down.
I couldn't tell you.
Do they execute their people?
They seem to execute each other enough.
The squaw that likes to fly over the water is no squaw that needs to be tending to the fucking tribe.
I'm guessing all the rest of the squaws would have beat her to a bloody pulp.
Yeah. Well, see, they did, and I thought that they were going to do that. I was like, okay, this is getting historically accurate, and I thought that it was going to take like 5 of the tribesmen or something like that, and then plus this bitch to take him down, but no, they beat her ass, sent her back to camp, and then fucking she ended up saving the day, and then
course.
becoming their war chief.
Obviously.
The
Fiction.
squaw has become the war chief? Nah. Nah. And then you could even see the chief had like a look of like, damn, I can't believe we're really doing this. Because they used live Indians. This wasn't like a fucking, you know.
Jesus Christ, and I thought the white men lied in the past.
Let's start a petition. Women must carry ass and leg photos with them for masculine inspection and judgment. No exceptions. Yeah, I'm on board with that too. But what I'm talking about is like anybody. You take a picture of a fucking lady, you gotta have from mid thigh up. It's got to be one of those vertical fucking photos. Otherwise, I mean, why even show it? I don't want to see a picture. You got a pretty face. That's awesome. Vice President Kamala Harris honors Elizabeth Warren with her new tribal name, dances with dementia. Yeah, old Joe is losing it, man. I'm definitely. How long do you think it's going to be till we call Kamala president?
I don't know. She did just pass the anti-inflation bill, which turns out to be green energy bill.
Shit. They must have heard about us talking about what the fuck is she going to be remembered for? She's like, I got to do something. Pass this energy bill. I went to a hot dog place yesterday. Fantastic shit.
You already said that shit.
Dirt dog. I know. I'm warming up a fucking hot dog.
I actually went to a lot of my wife's family has birthdays in August, including her, both her sisters. I think at least one of her brothers, a whole bunch of them. So you know that her dad got the Christmas gift. I haven't told that to the old lady yet either. I got to remember to do that. And had some really good hamburgers on the grill there. And then yesterday, our number 2 and number 3 daughter took us out for breakfast, which I ate way too much of. I was fucking sick for hours afterwards because I overate. I really didn't cook a fucking thing this whole weekend.
Yeah, I haven't been cooking. I'm on fucking. I'm on strike right now. Come here. Get out of
Why?
there. Cause I want the fucking girl to cook something extravagant.
Tell her I'll cook for her anytime she wants, but I do expect a blowjob in return.
Well, yeah, but then you get tired of that shit, and then you become the only one cooking, and then you stop getting your dick
Not if
sucked.
she knows how to do a blowjob.
Then you stop getting your dick sucked, and then fucking there's no reward.
I still get rewarded.
So now we go to hot dog joints in Las Vegas.
She paying?
No, hell no. I'm still paying.
So you ain't coming out on top any.
I still make her buy my razors and body wash every time she goes to the store. That equals
That's
out.
a win for her too.
That
So you
equals
don't fucking stink.
She may burn the trailer now. Yeah. That's, it's Scotty. I'm not going to say it's not one of my fears.
Have you ever listened to yourself?
What, me?
Yes, you.
Couldn't be. Then who?
I've thought about heading your way with matches a time or two.
This motherfucker. I know his internet's on. I know his fucking internet's on. I'm gonna go kill him.
I was referred to as number 1 son also, but it was only just because I was the oldest.
Well, yeah, that's what you do. You number them. That's how I do my puppies.
the my kids, you know, they're of course I know their names, but it was a running joke that their names were kind of similar. They all end in IE, and just easier. Fucking 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
Uh,
Jackie, what do we got another one coming. What do you call it? The first one was Jackie, Nancy, Debbie, Steffi. Yeah, that's lazy.
actually, we're in talking with me. It's two families because my mom and dad divorced when I was little. And, my dad had a daughter and 3 more boys, but you know, on both sides, I'm the old.
I'm the oldest on both sides as well. I'm my mom's only.
I've actually thought about legally removing the junior from my name now that my dad's.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm a
probably
senior.
won't. I
I'm a,
probably won't unless you know I happen to lose this old lady and get another one and knock her up, or we might have a kid that's male and I want to make him be a junior for as
yeah,
long as I live.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you don't want to have like thirds and fourths running around and shit like that. You want to fucking. I'm a senior, junior.
I don't have to use junior anymore. At least that's what I was told last time I got a driver's license.
What do you mean? Whoever told you that is full of fucking shit. You never have to. That's just a part of your lineage. It's like being like
I had
if I was
I
Jimmy
had
James
to
the third, yeah, like yeah, you never have to use it.
I had to use the junior on there because there was the Illinois resident that's Anthony Senior.
Oh, and they
Actually,
didn't want you to get you confused.
he wasn't senior. He was just Anthony W. York.
Well, what they need to do is start doing their fucking jobs and look at social security numbers and realize that that's two different people.
And I think a part of it is we live, you know, in the same fucking county too, which is kind of how parents and children work sometimes.
I was in debt to fucking Empire Carpet because me and the guy that signed my birth certificate for my mom fucking had the same last name or the same name. So I was indebted to Empire for a little while in my infancy. So
Okay.
I that's what I'm saying.
Freaking
I don't understand how they can do that.
the guy signed your birth certificate for your mom not being the sperm donor.
No, hell no. You should see this motherfucker. We're completely different. He's
So
like
your mom
blonde.
just grabbed the first fucking dangler that walked along.
It was their boyfriend at the time. It seemed like an easy pull.
So was he number 2 on the list, or
Yeah, he's supposedly the last fuck or so. I don't know. Gets a little gross when I'm talking about my mom, but
I'd be like, "Come on, mom, I ain't a priest for Christ's sake.
yeah, right. You don't gotta lie to me anymore.
Try that shit."
Yeah, I'm good. She tried to grab my ear 5 years or 2 years ago. Was I still doing the early watch the last time that she came out here? I don't know. She came out here and tried to grab my fucking ear, and I looked and I asked her like, "Are you fucking crazy?" You're not gonna disrespect me. Trying to fucking beat my ass in the
My
pool.
mom, my mom once. I was married, so I would have been in my 20s. She threw back like she was going to smack me, and I told her, "I said, I'll knock you on your fucking."
I was in my 30s. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you out of your mind? Yeah, crazy people.
Nobody's smacking me that ain't fucking me these days.
Yeah. And it's while they're fucking me. If I'm not being fucked and get slapped, something's wrong.
Or it's at least not immediately on the docket.
um, I'm getting the fuck out of here, man. I'm hungry. I went to go warm up this hot dog from yesterday, but I don't know how many of you have ever put bread in the microwave with condiments that are already on the bread, but it's just,
Turns back to unleavened dough.
yeah, it doesn't look edible. I don't want to eat it, so I'm gonna go get some food right now. It's Monday. I think we did good for a Monday.
Fuck, we've been on for an hour or 2 hours.
Yeah, kept it kind of entertaining.
I don't know if I'd go that fucking far, but
Kinda. I'll give us kinda.
too long waxing nostalgic on somebody needing a 10 millimeter thing.
I mean, if you want,
I mean,
it's
having one
yeah, that's all I'm
like
saying, Tony. That's
I
all I'm
have,
saying. Have one so you can grab it if you need it.
but if I was to grab that over 9 millimeter, why not would grab the 44 Magnum?
Okay, that's fine. You're fine then. We won't
Uh,
bring you into this situation.
my my point here is that I have 45 cold guns here, but
Which, yeah.
you don't hear me talking about this is the be all end all. I don't even say that shit about 44 Magnum.
When did you hear me say that? I didn't say that. I said it was the best, but that's because it can go into all around applications. It could do more than one thing. But most situations, and this is me agreeing with you sort of. Most situations in life that you're going to come to are finishing nails in a baseboard. Like I said earlier, you don't need a sledgehammer for
All
that.
things that
A
try to make
22,
everything underpowered.
yeah, a 22 will work, a 380 will work, a 9 will work. They'll all work in those finishing nails on a baseboard situation. But sometimes you need a sledgehammer. So having a
Well, if you're
sledgehammer,
driving railroad spikes, maybe. But
yeah,
if you're going to try to drive them railroad spikes with that puny ass fucking 10 millimeter, why not go get a 500?
I, I mean, because like I said, the 10 millimeter to me is a mediary fucking, it's not the toughest, but it's nowhere near the weakest. It'll do some fucking damage, like I said.
It's way nearer to the weakest than 44 Magnum.
Whatever. I don't care. What I'm saying is that it'll do the fucking trick.
And
It'll
I've
do the
already
trick.
got 5 44 Magnum handguns, so maybe more than that. I might have lost count.
I hope you don't really feel embarrassed, Gunny. Don't ever feel embarrassed.
Thanks for talking down. Feel embarrassed. What the fuck would you be embarrassed?
I don't know. Did he say something dumb?
I don't
And I
know.
laughed at him.
Like he thinks we actually read all the comments.
Oh, yeah, I don't. 454 Kasul because assholes come in all sizes and one size fits all. That's okay. Now 454 Kasul is a little bit, is a lot more than 10 millimeter, but that's how I feel about 10 millimeter. A little guy, big guy, get off of me situation, shooting at fucking 20 yards situation. It'll handle everything. It'll cover everything.
I have always been of the same mindset, and I've said it way too many fucking times. Anything's better than nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've agreed with you way too many times. And the next purchase is an LCR 327 Federal Met. That's a good round. That's a good
You
round.
know, to
It's
be
a
honest,
skinny
and
mini round, but it's got some power behind it. What?
this is going to give me a fair amount of hate. I'm not the world's biggest fan of Ruger revolver.
Right.
I just, they're not the finesse of a Smith & Wesson or a Colt. Now, I think they make fucking fantastic revolver, but I don't care for the Red Hawk in my hand. And the Black Hawk has some issues too, largely related to large amounts of recoil, but they're also really fucking. And that's
Fucking what?
part of,
Heavy? I didn't hear
yeah,
what you
heavy.
said. Okay, I didn't hear
They're
what you
really
said.
fucking heavy. I mean, and you know, that's part of the charm of Rugers being overbuilt. But it's also part of, they're using uh, cast part.
Well, yeah,
Uh,
and that's why they overbuild their guns though, so it doesn't blow up on you and that kind of shit.
and I have more Rugers than anything else as far as 44 magnums go, and I won't get rid of it. But if I'm going to the range to shoot 44 Magnum, the Smiths,
Oh
maybe the
yeah.
Super Blackhawk. I won't even really try target shooting those Carols. There's not much point. Uh, you shoot at steel from 8 or 10 feet away is not really trying to shoot the gun. Uh, the way they're made, they're really heavy. Grips are pretty small compared to a Blackhawk. And I wouldn't want to shoot full house 44 Magnums. They're also those Black Micarta grips are pretty slick.
I think Shawnee, I think you're giving him a little bit too much credit. He says there's the Camaro of the Ruger. I would say that they're mm, mm, not a Camaro, man. Not a Camaro.
I would actually look at them as the half-ton truck,
Yeah, maybe
C10.
Ruger's the Silverado of all revolvers.
And
Smith
believe
would
me,
be the
there's
Smith would be the Camaro, and Colt would be the fucking Corvette.
I, I I'm not going to worship at the altar of Colt because there's Colts out there that ain't fucking great either.
Are you talking about modern ones? Yes. I
Well,
would
even
even
old ones.
I would even say that argue that some of the modern Colts just suck.
There's a lot of really decent old ass Colts. The break top stuff and the 73s, but you start getting into the police action stuff, like I don't fucking know what Colt's designation for him was earlier than the Trooper. The Trooper's actually a good gun, but it's not a holy grail. The only one that I ever had in my hands that I would have considered the holy grail of revolvers would have been the Python.
Yeah.
The one that I use is fucking amazing. And I don't even know that they're all like that. That may have been that gun tuned up a lot. Say, I know that I wish the fuck I'd have paid the $400 and bought it. Because it was a nickel Python. I mean, gorgeous gun, shot fucking amazing. Back in the days when my eyes were real well. But, to be honest with you, I don't know that it was a better gun than the 629 I got. Because this thing has got a fucking phenomenal trigger on it, too. Although double action's heavier, I'm sure. Maybe I was that much stronger back then, but I don't know. These Smith double action triggers are pretty good. I mean, they're pretty substantial, but the 629's got a glassy, smooth fucking trigger. But, like Ponder's talking about getting the Anaconda, I want the Anaconda because of 44. And now they're the same gun as the Python. The stuff is mimicked bigger. They use the same parts, trigger and stuff. Didn't in the original. In that original Anaconda, the triggers weren't nearly good. Colt wasn't trying to make a great gun. They were trying to make it Smith & Wesson 29 competitive. Because every time Dirty Harry would come on, Smith would get bad.
Yeah. And now that I'm thinking too about like all these Smith revolvers and everything out there, like that's really their game now. The revolver game, that's
They,
especially you go to
I'm shocked.
Performance Center, Forget about it.
I've shot a bunch of old Smith. Most of them were exceptionally decent. I mean, good triggers. The single action triggers were usually really good. You know, right along the lines of the 1911. Just super clean break. Once in a great blue moon while, you find one that probably ridiculous dirty or something. Didn't feel all that good. But man, it was rare. And I wish I could say that I'd handle a lot of Colts. But
I haven't.
I have felt a trooper because when I first started looking at wanting a Python here, my local had a trooper Mark III, and that thing looked a lot like a Python. It was blued gun. I would take nickel. I wanted the nickel, but it was seemed to be a good gun. You know, I never shot it, but the trigger felt good. The action felt really good.
I shot that elite. I've never had a Colt revolver. I've never shot one, but I have shot that their Delta Elite, the fucking 10 millimeter 1911, and the only thing that I really remember out of it is that the trigger was kind of heavy for a single action.
That seems to be the case in those and the revolvers.
Really?
The Smith and Colt both. I mean, that double action triggers seems to be heavy. I mean, it's heavier than like fucking striker gun for sure. I won't pay the price for
Pre-Nim, pre-Hillary hole.
it's not worth it because
What do you mean?
this
Them guns are more expensive now?
fuck yes.
Because I had a 19 that was fucking badass, and I only paid like $300 for it.
I think you'd pay twice as much money to try to get a decent 29-2 gun.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And this 629 I got is a Hillary Hole MIM gun, but it's been slick and it works really good. Honestly, smoothest trigger smoothest one I can remember.
He keeps talking about that goddamn Alaskan. And the
Oh,
thing
he's
is,
just
too,
fucking-
right now is that I got the fucking money to get it. I just don't want to get it. I feel like I'm paying too much.
What are the one for?
The one that I'm looking at right now is 1,800, and then I've seen a whole bunch of other ones for 2,000.
Keep looking because if what I'm seeing is right, they should start coming down.
Well,
They're saying
keep
that
my fingers crossed.
they're saying that the number of background checks has dropped pretty significantly over the past month. And if that's an indicator of the market cooling off, now I've seen 22 ammo rimfire for 8 cents a round now. That's 2 or 3 cents off of what it was a couple months ago.
Huh.
And that seems to be kind of across the board too. I mean, the CCI stuff is 2 or 3 cents cheaper, so everything down. The one thing that's nice is that the Winchester and Remington and even federal bulk stuff is now down to the same level as Aguila. Because there for a while, Aguila was a penny or two around cheaper than everybody else. And I'm like, this shit ain't worth it.
Nope. Now that I know, I wouldn't buy the shit on a the best discount deal in the world.
No, I won't buy it.
2 cents a round for fucking 1,000 rounds? Nah, I'll pass. Guys got any CCI or something?
All right, let's go.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Have a good day, everybody. Yeah, bye. Don't hurt yourself too hard. Fuck it off.
Yeah. Don't trip yourself up by a 10mm neither.
Yeah, that's it. Bye, everybody. If the song wants to play.
You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one live. You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one.